Texas. My name is Ramon Garza, and I'm the Outreach Director of This is Texas Freedom Force.
Hello, my name is Brandon Burkhart, and I am President of This is Texas Freedom Force.
Since 2017, This is Texas Freedom Force has been leading the fight against the city of San Antonio to not move the cenotaph, to keep it in place.
Both George P. Bush and the city of San Antonio have given dozens of excuses on why they would like to remove this beautiful monument. But we, the people of Texas, have stood up against them, and we have said not 1 inch.
In the city of San Antonio wanted to move the cenotaph off to Market Street in the middle of nowhere.
Over in the dark, quiet corner off of Market Street, where they wanted to initially move the Alamo Cenotaph, nobody would have recognized what the monument actually stood for.
And at the end, Texans won that battle against the city not to move the cenotaph up to the marketplace. The next excuse the city of San Antonio gave us was there was a rusted high beam in the middle of the cenotaph. That's why it needed to be moved.
What the city won't tell you is that the cenotaph is in the shape it's in because of the city of San Antonio and their neglect to upkeep and repair the cenotaph when it needed it for years and years. What they also won't tell you is there's no I-beam in this cenotaph.
Now, the next excuse the city of San Antonio gave us was that the cenotaph obscures the view of the Alamo. Now, as you can see, the Alamo Chapel is blocked by the Long Barracks, not the Alamo Cenotaph here.
In 2018, conservative Texans passed Plank 296, which stated that the Alamo Cenotaph should stay in its original location where you see it today. But despite that fact, they continued to press on with construction around the plaza.
And in 2020 elections, over 97% of conservative Texans voted in favor of Proposition 7, which states to leave the cenotaph right where it stands.
Despite the majority of Texans saying to leave the cenotaph alone and don't mess with the Alamo except for the major repairs that it needed on the roof and a few other places, they continued on with work.
And from the look of things, the politicians haven't been paying attention to us. And this is where they want to move the Alamo Cenotaph, right off the Alamo footprint.
The importance to the Alamo Cenotaph being in the location that it's in is that it's on the Alamo footprint, where the blood soaked the ground of our Alamo defenders. Over here is off of the Alamo footprint.
As you can see behind me, this is exactly where they want to move the cenotaph. You cannot see the Alamo from it. It goes against what the cenotaph stands for.
You're on.
All right, well, what you've seen is what we have been telling everybody in here, every Texan out here. The city's going to continue doing what they want to do. They're not listening to us. We need for you to continue making the phone calls to Austin. We know what's going on here. This virus is keeping everybody indoors. So guess what? Stay indoors. Make the phone calls. Contact your representatives and anybody who will listen to you. The cenotaph needs to stay where it's at.
stay up to date on all things the Alamo and the Alamo Cenotaph, follow This is Texas Freedom Force at txfreedomforce.org.